like I said in the beginning, I'm doing a lot of just focusing on making sure my wife is good. And, we're just spending time and all of that. So this is a rarity for me, but you guys have been super respectful. And I appreciate the conversation that you guys are having.
Derrick,
please continue having.
I got one more, if that's cool. One more.
Yeah, all right, one more. I'll do one more, and then I'm going to go.
Two more, Derrick.
Derrick,
so everybody can get in, because it's a crowded room. Everybody wants to hear you talk.
Wait, then let him ask for a play. Go ahead.
Let me get my one more off.
All right, bet. One more. I can do one.
Derrick, my question to you is, you've historically said that women have low self-esteem when they stay in situations with men who have cheated on them. Do you feel like your wife deserves better? Do you feel like you should step out the way and allow another man to love on her? And
that's a great question.
And do you feel like she has low self-esteem for staying with you?
I definitely don't remember saying she has low, or any woman has low self-esteem for being with a man that has cheated. I think that you have low self-esteem if you be with a man or anybody who is unrepentant in doing that. So if I said that, maybe I don't know if with context or how many years ago. What I believe is, if you're with somebody and they're unrepentant in the way that they're hurting you and breaking you down, you absolutely do have low self-esteem. As far as my wife, she didn't stay with me. She actually left. She filed for divorce. It's actually a matter of public record. I think it's FultonCountyClerk.org. Shows that she left. What she came back to was a man with a completely different mindset.
She wrote about you cheating 10 years ago. She started writing about you cheating 10 years ago.
Sorry about that. Say it one more time. Who is speaking now? Is it the same guy?
I'm sorry. Who's speaking? Who's asking? Who's speaking right now?
It was Blade initially speaking. Yo.
Yeah, so we're a little all over the place, so it's more than one question. The first one was, does a woman have low self-esteem if she stays with a man who has cheated? The answer to that was no. I believe a woman has low self-esteem and needs higher self-esteem if she stays with a man who's unrepentant, whether it's cheating, neglecting her, putting her as a last priority, whatever the issue is that's breaking her down. Absolutely the case. As far as my wife goes, she didn't stay with me. She actually left. Now, 10 years ago, whenever we was first, in college, first off, we met at 19 years old. That was a completely different context from now being married. And I'm not going to speak on things that she did in the context of the relationship, because ultimately I made decisions. But there's a lot more different context. And also, she did leave. She did what I think is the right thing for any woman to do if she gets hurt that bad. Leave, detach, heal, and evaluate from a heal perspective what you need to see, or if the work has been put in, or if this person has shown consistency. And that's what she did.
Okay. Thank you so much for answering all those questions, brother.
You feel like you should step out the way for somebody else to love on her, though? That was the last question.
He's trying to troll.
This is not what we're doing. This is not what we're doing. This is the Cuffin Lounge, but this is my room tonight. So if you have a problem with that, please, I will move you to the audience, or you can leave quietly. I try not to be disrespectful, because this is not my room. I'm a guest here, but so are you. Please respect our guests. If you have a problem with it, you can leave quietly.
Miss Brandy.
I'm sorry, Derrick.
It's all good.
All right, I appreciate it.
And make sure y'all are following the Cuffin Lounge as well. This is definitely
and Ben and Lexi.
Make sure y'all are following the Cuffin Lounge. Good brother Ben put this together. So shout out to him. Shout out to Miss Brandy as well.
Thank you, Coach Rob. I appreciate that. And Coach Christina.
The Cuffin Lounge. My name is Ben. We got a dating app. It's called Cuffin. It's on the App Store and Google Play. It's a dating app. It's incredible. Just make sure y'all download that, show love, get on there, swipe. Just get involved. Like, it's like Tinder, it's like Bumble. It's just a dating app. It's popping. Just download the app, get involved, swipe. Make sure you follow.
All right. So listen, Tanya TKO here, and I was minding my business this evening, right? And an associate of mine let me know that Derrick Jaxn was was on the stage in a Clubhouse room, right? And I'm enjoying my evening, minding my business, and I was like, well, whatever, right? Then she sent me a message and let me know that he's talking on the stage, and I'm still minding my business. I'm receiving all of these messages from different people. And then I'm like, okay, well, let me go into the room. I go into the room, and inside the room, he's talking. And the talking that he's doing is just like, I was like, you know what? There are people who might be interested in hearing this, right? And I just, oh God, I'm going to be really honest with you all. I'm tired of the story as well. I heard what it is that I heard, and I was like, okay, so now we're on an audio app where no one can see your body language or your face, but just hear your words. And he is actually saying that he has a lot of support. I originally just was like, okay, well, you know what? Let me record the audio from my other phone. So I have the beginning part of the audio from when I decided to start recording, and I'll play that right now for you all. But this is just a really sad situation. And it sounds like he is branching off into a new audience. There are still people who are supportive of what has gone on and gone down. I'm actually going to play the recording for you that I heard. Right? All right. I'm about to play that right now. So some of it is going to be a little choppy because I had to go from where I was into the studio to be able to record this right here. So I'm going to play what it is that I've heard. Okay, if you all are ready, I'm ready.
Child and whatever, which is cool. It only had like a couple 100,000 views, but in that video, I wish people could have seen the difference in how I approached it, which was.
All right, so just to pause that. So what happened is John Gray, he said that he did a video more recently about John Gray and that he deleted the video, but the way that he approached it in this new video that was deleted was much different than how he approached it before. And he also goes in to talk about how he was in his early 20s before, but now he's in his early 30s. So just listen up.
Separate the man from the action, and also to implore that people let married folks handle their married business at home, even if he made a misstep or whatever, to kind of take a dip. Like basically, I've grown up like in real time in front of people. When I first started this, I was in my early 20s. I'm now in my early 30s, and it's just a matter of growth. So as far as reestablishing anything, man, I don't even approach stuff about reestablishing this. I think once you do that, it becomes more about the bottom line and the paycheck. From day one, this has been about purpose. I mean, I genuinely feel like, and I know this for a fact, that I've been put here to encourage healing and healthy relationships, even with my own struggles, even being a work in progress, even being a total F up at times. So I don't think necessarily about reestablishing this or that with the black man or the woman, the integrity. What I trust is that so long as I'm authentically walking in my purpose, even with my personal issues, that I.
And you all hear the chimes. These are all of the messages that I was receiving as this conversation was going on. So I was like, you know what? I guess there's a lot of people interested in this. So so here, I'll just continue playing for you.
I've had to overcome that the rest is going to work itself out. That's how I came into the game. That's how I've been walking, even with not doing it perfect. That's what separated me from so many people who have tried to do the exact same thing. They make it about the bottom line. I've kept it about purpose. And I'm not saying I'm better. I'm just saying that formula has worked, and I'm going to keep going with that. So hopefully it does reestablish the integrity. I don't take it lightly that I let people down. Hopefully the brothers come. I think for the brothers that, and it's not totally shot, I've gotten a lot of support from brothers since all of this went down. But I do think there's a much better way to reach brothers with my message. And hopefully that'll reflect in me just authentically walking in my purpose.
All right. So I'm going to address Raquel right here. And she's like, Tanya, you have more important things to talk about than Derrick Dog Jackson. He is a non-factor. Listen, it's 12 midnight. I'm doing this impromptu broadcast. His name is the first name in the broadcast. So if there's anybody who doesn't want to hear about Derrick Jackson, don't click on the video. It's very simple. You know what I mean? But what you don't need to do is to pretend as if you're some sort of victim in this, in the stream of where something is carrying you when you clicked on it and volunteered for it. So if you don't want to hear about a particular topic, and I know you love the show, sis, we love you too, but I don't have to make videos. I didn't make a video today. It is midnight. I have not seen you in my inbox submitting any topics. So this is an impromptu broadcast, and those who are here for it are here for it. Those who are not are not. So if you don't want to hear it, don't click pan it. No click pan it. Go on about no business, because it is midnight and you could be in bed. Nobody's forcing anyone to click. So if we're ready to continue, I hope that other people understand that that is my stance. Period, lelum.
ask him one more question. Hey, Derrick, I would like to bring you on the show. I reached out to you in your DM so we can further this conversation, just to respect the room and the moderators.
For sure. I'll check that out. What's your name?
Jeff Brown, man, host of the Jeff Brown Show, iHeartRadio Top 60, brother. You should look at your DM. I just sent you a DM.
I got time for one more question on that.
Yeah, and so you see the people running from the audience to ask questions, to try to get him on their show and all of this other stuff. So there are people codifying him, edifying him, and now he has more support from men. I don't know if I got that part on audio, but he's like, even more men support me than ever before. And they're writing to me, giving me words of encouragement. So now that he's been exposed as a cheater, now they're supporting him, they're codifying him, edifying him, lifting him up, and showing him to women like, see, ain't no perfect black love out there. If there be black no can cheat, we all come cheat. You know, so this is how it's going down.
All right, hold on. We have a queue, ladies and gentlemen. Please respect the queue. All right, I think the next person was going to be Mr. Quick and then Mr. Let Go. Mr. Quick, are you still here? All right, Mr. Let Go, are you still here?
Yes, sir. Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, ma'am.
Go ahead.
All right. I have two quick questions. The first question.
Mr. Let Go, we one question, brother. We one question. We trying to be fair.
Okay.
One question, Let Go. One question.
All right. The question I want to ask you is, this is an if, because I know you're gonna do whatever you do. But if it was more advantageous for you to just simply ride off in the sunset with whatever you made and just go away, don't do any videos, and just say your card games, say your books, but leave the black women alone. If that was more advantageous to the black community, would you do it?
Sure. Whatever was most advantageous, I think is what you said. I would probably do it. The proof is in the pudding, though. Because of my work throughout the years, so many women have had the strength to leave either toxic situations to go on to something better, learn to love themselves, be encouraged, and so many brothers who didn't have that big brother, that uncle, that dad to kind of give them the guidance from a tough love perspective. They've gotten that from my content. Thousands and thousands. If you look at, now I'm on book number 10. You can look at the proof in the pudding on Amazon, iBooks, or anything on what my work has produced. A lot of the conversation can be kind of distracting. But I would never get misled by some of the negative publicity or people that's pissed or even people that's just genuinely just disappointed in thinking that my voice doesn't have a place anymore in the conversation around relationships, whether for the black community or otherwise. So yeah, if it was advantageous, I would do a lot of things, but I know that I belong right here. This absolutely changes and shifts things for the immediate, but it doesn't nullify my message of anything. It will mature it so that now I can come with the grace I couldn't come with before. Now I can speak from a place and not of being an expert or guru, but I can speak from more of being a witness, which I think more people can relate to. Now when I speak to brothers, they know, and it'll come off a little bit better, that I'm not speaking from some high horse. I'm better than you. I'm the end all be all gold standard. I'm coming from a place of somebody who has fallen, who has done the wrong thing and believed in something different and had to overcome that. So if anything, I think this improves the impact that I can have, and it will be more advantageous if I just let my work reflect my true life experiences, not what will help my bottom line in selling books and card games.
Can we have a conversation, bro?
Well said, Derrick. Well said.
For sure, man. I hit your line. I know how to find you. That's it for me.
If y'all want to have a conversation with Derrick offline, y'all can go ahead and give it up to. Just hit the DM. But Derrick is here for the conversation, for the room.
I'm actually getting ready to peace out, man. So thank you guys. I think it was Miss Brandy that initially invited me in. I think it was.
Yeah.
Thank you, Miss Brandy. I sincerely appreciate it. You reaching out. Like I said in the beginning, I'm doing a lot of just focusing on making sure my wife is good, and we're just spending time and all of that. So this is a rarity for me, but you guys have been super respectful, and I appreciate the conversation that you guys have had. Please continue to have.
I got one more. That's cool. One more.
All right, one more, and then I'm gonna go.
It's a crowded room. Everybody wants to hear you.
Wait, then let him ask for a question. Go ahead.
Let me get my one more.
All right, good. One more.
Derrick, my question to you is: you've historically said that women have low self-esteem when they stay in situations with men who have cheated on them. Do you feel like your wife deserves better? Do you feel like you should step out the way and allow another man to love on her? And
that's a great question.
And do you feel like she has low self-esteem for staying with you?
I definitely don't remember saying she has low, or any woman has low self-esteem for being with a man that has cheated. I think that you have low self-esteem if you be with a man or anybody who is unrepentant in doing that. So if I said that, maybe I don't know if with context of how many years ago. What I believe is if you're with somebody and they're unrepentant in the way that they're hurting you and breaking you down, you absolutely do have low self-esteem. As far as my wife, she didn't stay with me. She actually left. She filed for divorce. It's actually a matter of public record. I think it's FultonCountyClerk.org. Shows that she left. What she came back to was a man with a completely different mindset.
She wrote about you cheating 10 years ago. She started writing about you cheating 10 years ago.
Sorry about that. Say it one more time. Who is speaking now? Is the same guy?
I'm sorry. Who's speaking? Who's asking? Who's speaking right now?
It was Blade initially speaking.
So we're a little all over the place. So it's more than one question. The first one was: does a woman have low self-esteem if she stays with a man who has cheated? The answer to that was no. I believe a woman has low self-esteem and needs higher self-esteem if she stays with a man who's unrepentant, whether it's cheating, neglecting her, putting her as a last priority, whatever the issue is that's breaking her down. Absolutely the case. As far as my wife goes, she didn't stay with me. She actually left. Now, 10 years ago, whenever we was first, in college, first off, we met at 19 years old. That was a completely different context from now being married. And I'm not going to speak on things that she did in the context of the relationship because ultimately I made decisions. But there's a lot more different context. And also she did leave. She did what I think is the right thing for any woman to do if she gets hurt that bad. Leave, detach, heal, and evaluate from a healed perspective what you need to see, or what the work has been put in, or if this person has shown consistency. And that's what she did.
Okay. Thank you so much for answering all those questions, brother.
You should step out the way for somebody else to love on her.
He's trying to
this is not what we're doing. This is not what we're doing. This is the Cuffing Lounge, but this is my room tonight.
All right.
No problem with that. Please, I will move you to the audience, or you can.
All right. So listen, I want to hear your points of view on this. I don't even know what to say personally. I don't know. What are your thoughts on this? What are your thoughts on all of this? I don't know. I'm at a loss for words. I'm gonna turn on my camera. My hair is looking a little crazed, so don't judge me. All right. Don't judge me, but I'm gonna turn on my cam and all right. I'm gonna move my junk out the way. Wasn't planning on turning on the camera, but I don't know. What are your thoughts on all of this? Try to get my light up a little bit. What are your thoughts? Me personally, I'm stunned. I'm stunned by all of this. I'm stunned. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is and why this is going down like this. Honestly, I don't know. I honestly don't know. There's something that is off. What's off? I don't know. I don't know what's off, but something is not right. And my platform has gotten, I'm going to be really honest with you all, since it's after midnight, it's April Fools, there's all types of stuff going on, right? Okay. My platform has gotten to the size that I am no longer able to have honest reactions to things because of the sensitivities that people have in the population at large. So I don't know. I'm gonna have to be much more muted in my response and not, I don't know. I really don't know. I mean, I have my thoughts on this, but I don't know. I really don't know. I don't know. I don't know. This is, and Aisha says, go to Patreon. No, absolutely not. That's not, no. So just for the people who were coming in, Derrick Jaxn was on what do you call this platform with the audio only, Clubhouse. Derrick Jaxn was on Clubhouse and he came onto a stage and people were asking questions. There were only a few hundred people inside the room, so not everybody on the whole internet, and Clubhouse does not record. So this was something that happened in a moment in time. And I just so happened to be listening on my phone when I was near my camera, something like that. That's the story. I'm sticking to it, right? That's the story. I'm sticking to it. But yeah, let me tell you something. I don't have anything against that man. I don't know that man, but something about this is not right. Something about this grates away at my spirit. I don't know what it is, but there's something about it that just, you know how when your instincts and your intuition is just kicking up, that just feels something inside is just like, something is just, I don't know how to put my finger on it, but something is not right. Anyway, so Keshia is saying he needs attention. Jada is saying we crave your honest and genuine commentary and reactions. Yeah, you know what? But let me tell you what's happening out here in these streets, right? Let me tell you what's happening. People don't know or don't seem to know how to separate an opinion about a subject from an opinion about a person, right? And when they hear my honest commentary and feedback with the way that I'm feeling about the subject, right? They get in their feelings. They want to call me all sorts of names. They want to threaten me. They want to try to, in their own, whatever it is that they're thinking, drag me, right? And I'm like, listen, dear, I don't know you and I have no issue with you, right? I don't know you personally. This isn't personal. I'm a content creator and I create content. And then people are like, oh, but you didn't see the whole video, right? You didn't see the whole, it was 3 hours long, 2 hours long, an hour long. And I'm like, it's not about the whole video. It's not about the 3 hours that you spent bloviating or going into full details about whatever it is that you were talking about. I do reactions to a moment in time, the context of what it is that we hear in what it is that we heard. And we react and we provide feedback and commentary on that. I don't know your whole life story. I don't know how long your mama carried you or whatever happened in the womb or what happened to you when you skinned your knee in junior high. I don't know any of that stuff. I'm talking about what you said in this 2-minute clip, which went viral on the internet, and our comments about that clip. It's as simple as that. And then people want to be like, oh, look at you. You're ugly. You're fat. You're old. You're bald headed. You got blonde hair. Your ass is flat. Well, no. Ain't nobody crazy enough to say that. Because ain't nobody crazy. You can't, you see that. You see that. Ain't nobody crazy enough to say that. Okay. But they do talk some shite now. They do talk some junk. But yeah, so this thing that we heard, I personally feel that Jaxn is going to rebrand and that there are so many people. He has found a new audience, broken Black men. And whenever you are a toxic Black man coming out, content creating for the masses, whenever you are doing Black women dirty, oh my goodness, you'll find droves of people to come laugh, to come. You know what? Speaking of laugh, listen, there are a lot of people who felt that I was laughing at Denia with her battle bonnet and stuff. And to that I say, you don't know my heart. You don't know my heart. I feel like there's no space for people who genuinely thought that she was a whole mood. I personally feel that Denia is a tormento waiting to happen. That's the way I feel. I feel like she is a tormento waiting to happen. And I feel that her look was iconic. I thought she was cute. I thought the battle bonnet was cute. I thought the fatigues were cute. And I personally feel that she is como un terremoto, just waiting. I feel like she is a storm a brewing. And I feel like she has the ability to be a very powerful, powerful voice and woman. And I have said many times that when she is ready, we will pull our battle bonnets out and our camo, and we will line up in formation. And people seem to be upset by that. And I'm like, that is your problem. That's your problem. Like, you are the one that has an issue. You think that she looks bad. You think that she looks however. But the others of us, it's like, and why is it that somebody else's opinion takes precedent over what it is that I'm doing, please? So on that note, and so look, let's see. Somebody is saying that she is complicit. Kiki says, I agree. Ben saying, oh, you know what? I forgot to check the Cash Apps to make sure to see if people are sending messages. I agree. Ben saying she complicit in the BS. You know what? I don't know. And Rakaya is saying, nah, Tanya, you was clowning. Perhaps whatever was in your heart equals clowning, but I think it's a look. Why don't you prove that I don't think that she's a mood? Prove that I thought she looked bad and was making fun of her. Prove that. If anybody can prove that I thought she looked bad, come on, prove it. Prove it. All right, there are Cash Apps here. Let me read these comments. Just prove it or hush. It's simple. It's simple. We can't have it both ways. Oh, wow. Bitcoin is going to the moon. All right. Let's see. Claire sends $2 and says, my ex told women the worst lies about me. Exactly. Because they have a story. And Claire says, I married 19-year-old him. He had no papers, 2 kids. Impave cash, Impave dollar. I just see Impave and then a dollar sign. Let me look at the next one. $1 supported him in all of it. Find out it was BS. Yeah, I feel you. Listen, it's after midnight, so the sound is not coming through, that rolling sound of cha-ching. So Brianna sends $20 and says she definitely was a whole mood. Exactly. You know what? Thank you for the $20, Brianna. Let me send you a heart back. Absolutely. She was a whole entire mood. That was something else. Keishia sends $5 and says, your true fans respect your expertise and opinions. You know what? I really appreciate that. I feel like we've come to a crossroads, right? And look, they're demons. They're both benefiting. Could be that Jackson and his wife have secrets together, and that is the real reason she don't want to leave. There's something going on that we don't know. I mean, all of that is pontificating about something that we don't know exists. You know, it could be anything, right? I do feel like we've come to a crossroads where it's going to be one of two things, right? Because I noticed that there's a lot of people who want to shut me up. They want me to be quiet. They want me to go back in a cave, go back in a hole, or they feel that they're going to be able to bully me and come and beat me down with their breast on my back and hit me all about my shoulder and face with their titties and stuff. And they want to try to push me down. And I'm just like, look, if my opinions are too strong for you and this is not the right place for you, go be on wherever part of the internet you want to be, because it's one of two things, right? Either you have a placid opinion that everybody has and there's nothing that separates you from the pack, or you have a distinct opinion that people want to hear, and that makes you rise above, and people come to hear that. And so I really don't know what to do, because I feel like I need to be more neutral and politically correct. But then I also feel like that's not real. Like that's not how I really feel. And I don't know. I'm at a crossroads. You know, I'm at a crossroads. Let me check the Cash Apps again. Hey, Ray is on. He sends $13 and says, grateful for your tenacity and insight. 3 roses, 2 hearts, and a kiss. Thank you, Ray. He sends $13. I'm not sure if I said that. Wanda sends $5 and says, you are appreciated for your voice and guidance, heart. All right. Thank you. I appreciate that. I'm going to read some of the comments over here in just a moment. Hey, Federica sends $30 and says, what Clubhouse room is he in? He's off the stage now. He only answered, I believe, 3 questions. So I believe I caught it because there were people sending me all of these messages and I was ignoring it because I'm like, the story is dead. They kept sending me messages. You heard all of the pings and chings. And then I went over and I heard him talking and I was like, come on now, son. And then I heard the people jockeying down on their knees with their tongue spread to their neck, just asking for some drippings. And I was just like, you know what? Let me go ahead and record I was like, oh, I happened to be near my camera. The camera just happened to come on and the recording just happened to start playing. That's the story. Listen. Gongmin says, I felt sorry for Mrs. Jackson and was rooting for her to kick Derrick to the curb, but I also was laughing and feeling pity for her that how she came out with that whole Jesus talk and forgiving him. Big deal. Okay. And Genia says, Tanya, to be completely honest, I think you're rude sometimes, but I'm not here to hear my own opinions echo back to me. You think I'm rude sometimes. I've already told you all that I'm rude. I told you I'm impolite. I told you I'm brash. I told you I'm disrespectful. I told you that already. I'm not here to try to be polite because I don't give. Listen, you all want me to start cursing at midnight? Is that what you want? Oh, goodness. It's like, how much more clear do I need to be about how I don't give a fuck about nobody else's opinion of mine, of me? I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. You know why? Because there's 7 billion people in the world. Even if 1 million of them don't like me, I'm fine. And everybody has their own way. Let me end this broadcast and I'll start back up again so that I could have my own conversation, Tanya TKO After Dark, so that I can let you all know how I truly feel. Listen, everybody was raised a different way. Everybody has a way of how they do things, and they want to beat other people down into feeling how they feel. I don't fucking feel how you feel. Listen, I don't fucking feel how you feel. Hear me. I don't feel how you feel. I don't have the same experiences you have. I don't want to be the person that you are. I want to be me. I like me. So if there's anybody else out there who doesn't, peace be unto you. Guan Fanunuia. Find your way to your tribe. Find the people that you like. Find the people that you feel are polite. Find the people who do things how you like. This is the thing. We're in friendships with women that we don't like. We're in relationships with men that we don't like. We are in a body living a life with a person in our being that we don't like. And I'm saying, go find you. Go find the man that you want to be with. Find the woman that you want to be with if that's how you go. Find the friends you want to be with. Find the job that you want to be in. Go travel how you want to travel. Stay where you want to stay. Get your body looking how you want your body to look. There are people who come out and they say, Tanya, you're fat. You have the problem with the way that I look. I like being buxom. I wanted to be buxom all my life. It's like, come on. People, please live your lives how you want to live it. Yes, I'm me. I like me. Do you like you? Because if your ass liked you, you wouldn't spend so much time trying to get other people not to be them. You'd be like, yes, I'm me. I see that person is them. I respect them for who it is that they are. Do we mesh? Do we vibe? Yes, no. And then you go about your goddamn business. It's as simple as that. I don't know how much clearer to put it for people. I like me. That's the issue. Because if I didn't, I'd be sitting here like, maybe. So, I'd be like, maybe I should change. I don't want to change. I like who I am. I've spent a lot of time cultivating myself into the woman that I am right now. You see, because I had a near-death experience in 2007. I know what it's like to not have to be here and to choose to be on this earth. I know what that's like. And I promised myself from that day forward that I would never live a day in a way that I did not want to live. I promised myself. I promised I wouldn't work where I didn't want to work. I wouldn't stay with friends I wouldn't eat foods that I didn't want to eat. I was a vegetarian. I decided I wanted to eat chicken. I ate chicken for a few years. Then when I decided I didn't want to eat chicken or dead animals anymore, I stopped. I don't call myself a vegetarian. I eat what I like eating. I don't need the labels. I know what labels do, and I don't want to be underneath the confines of those labels. So it's like, please, I beg you, go live the life that you want to live. I don't know how much clearer to say it. People think that I have the same hangups that they do. I know I have a bald face. I know that I know that I have no eyebrows and that I that my hair is short. That I dyed it golden. I know that. I like the golden color. I don't have a problem with the way that I look without eyebrows and all that other stuff. There's other people. I know women, or I knew them because we don't mesh. I knew women who would not walk outside if their whole face wasn't made up. It would take them hours to do all of the stuff that they would not go outside. They lived in this trap. I didn't want to say all of that in this video because what I'm saying has nothing to do with Derrick Jaxn being live. His stuff is in the beginning of this video. As a matter of fact, let me end this right now. I'm going to start a new recording. I'm going to read the Cash Apps, and we're just going to do a Tanya TKO After Dark, and we're going to have an earnest, honest conversation. I'm out of here. Go out there and love one another. Most importantly, love yourself. And part of loving yourself, listening to your intuition on the inside. Listening to your intuition when something on the outside doesn't pass the smell test, listen and do what you need to do to separate yourself from it. That's 1. 2, as we got into a different topic in the end of this video. Actually, it's going to be 3. We'll talk about the end and then the middle. 3, actually, we could call it 2 and then come back to the other one. Live the life that you want to live. Be the type of man or woman that you want to be. You listen. When I closed my business, I didn't have a plan, but I knew that my heart was calling me someplace else. I knew what it was like to hear all of these gurus talk about being in a job that they didn't feel was a good fit for them. I knew what that was like. And I closed my business without a plan in 2014. 2016, I was living in my car. So it's not like I don't know what falling down feels like. It's not like I don't know what going after your dreams and your life and taking the risk feels like. So go and live the life that you want to live. And if you choose not to, embrace your choice. It's as simple as that. It's as simple as that. And lesson 3, which was the second lesson, happened in the middle of the video, was speak your voice. Speak your voice. I'll never forget when Aretha Franklin died and everybody started listening to her music. And there was something about the tonation of her voice. There was something about the pitch. There was something about the sound of her voice that was unique and different and special. Her voice was different. And there's a lot of people out there who want you to fall in line, but you don't rise above falling in line. You can't be differentiated. Imagine what this world would have been like if Aretha sounded like everyone else. Think about all of this, the stars that we love. We love them because their voice is different, because it's something we haven't heard and we can't get anywhere else. So don't let people beat your uniqueness out of you. Don't let them beat it out of you. Be unapologetically you. Unapologetically. And I apologize for the few moments of lapse that I had where I said I was going to need to mute my opinion. Perhaps you just need to mute your computer or shift over to another channel. Maybe that's what you need to do. Because I'm not going to be muted. I'm not going to hide my voice or my opinions because they make other people uncomfortable. And you could call me bald-headed, fat, flat-butted, ugly, dry-faced, old. You could call me whatever the hell it is that you want to call me, but refute my ideas. Refute my ideas. You know what I mean? Because apparently there are people who like what it is that I have to say. Apparently, there's people out there who resonate with what it is that I have to say. So just like in the relationships in your personal life, if my content doesn't resonate with you, go on, move, go someplace else. And I think that there's a lot of women who don't know how to receive that. Go. If there's a place that you feel that you don't belong, go. Why stay there acting like you're the effing victim? And you know what? I'm going to say this. Right? For anybody out there who had a problem, listen, for anybody out there who had a problem with the people who were laughing at Danae Jackson, right? For all of the people who had a problem, I want you to remember that laughter. I want you to remember the timbre and the tonation of that laughter. I want you to remember that, how it sounded guffawing out of their throats. I want you to remember that laughter, because when you're inside of your life doing the fuckery that you're doing inside of your life, I want you to know that there are going to be people out there that do not see you as a victim and do not think that you are incapable and that you are somehow being forced to stay in the fuckery that you are choosing. That there are going to be people who will laugh at you. What are you going to do about it? Are you going to continue to sit there and be like, well, I'm a victim. No, laugh at me. Or you want to do something about your situation. Remember that laughter and just think about that. And just do what it is that you need to do to either be comfortable with where it is that you are, or if you're uncomfortable with that, go and be someplace else. It's as simple as that. Simple, really. Simple. It's like in 2020, we have so many options. There are shelters, there are programs, if you got parents, if you got family, there's ways to make money on the internet. There's ways to be able to stack your chips, but have a plan, do something, but don't just sit there in victimhood, feeling sorry for yourself. Hear the timbre of the laughter and keep it moving. Because apparently whatever it is that's going on is not making you move. You feel uncomfortable with the laughter. So hear that, let it reverberate through your body and do what it is that you need to do. It's as simple as that, isn't it? It's as simple as that. Because it's either you like where it is that you are and you're going to be comfortable with that, or you feel uncomfortable with the stuff that people are saying to you. But which one is it? You cannot serve two masters. Are you going to do something about your situation, or are you just going to try to stop everyone from laughing? And listen. And if there are some mental health issues that are involved, right? Go get yourself checked out. Speak with professionals. Take your medication. Don't just take it for a little while and then be like, well, I'm fine now. Now you outside bugging, right? When you have moments of clarity, do what it is that you need to do to take care of you, because you cannot control other people. You can only control yourself. That's it. That's it. And there was one person that said something. I'm going to get off this video and I'm going to start another video, the Tanya TKO After Dark video, right? There was another person that came out and they made some comment along the lines of, you're a life coach. I wouldn't feel safe under your care, or something like that, right? Listen, I don't take everybody on as a client because everybody ain't ready to make change. So if you already feel like you're not going to be safe, that means that you want to feel what? Safe. You want to feel the comfort that you're feeling of being stuck. I don't take everybody as a client. I hear your story. I hear what it is that you want to do, how much you're willing to do, that make the changes that you need to make. And I don't take everybody on. Many people have come to me and asked me to be their coach. But no, I'm not gonna, because you ain't gonna get no victim talk. You're not gonna get that from me. You're either gonna do the things to make the changes or you're not. It's as simple as that. That's the difference between a coach and a therapist. A therapist helps you unpack the past. A coach helps you move forward towards the future. Simple, man. It's simple. Either you're gonna do the work and you're gonna have a coach to continue to hold you accountable and push you forward towards that work, or you're not. It's an easy choice. So no, you wouldn't feel safe. No, because your laziness, your stagnantness, your stuckness is not safe with a coach like me. It's not. Because those things need to go in order for you to become the person that you are meant to be. It's as simple as that. So no, you will not feel safe. You will feel triggered. You will feel confronted. You will feel exposed, but you'll also feel supported and you'll feel guided in your journey. You will be held accountable. And on that note, I'm going to end this video. I have not looked at the Cash Apps in a second. I'm going to start a new video and then read all of those in that new video. It's just going to be called Tanya TKO After Dark. And then we're going to go in from there. See you in 1 second. Peace.